Hello again, friends and loyal WulffPack members. Chaos here, and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. Today, we are going to be taking a look at the second of my pair of Anacondas. Last time around, we had a look at my combat build. And I've got to say, in the 24 hours that it's been up, it's already proved to be somewhat of a controversial ship build. Some people really love it, some people really hate it. Apparently somebody even only watched about a couple of minutes before calling in a noob alert because, oh no, heaven forbid I'd had nothing but beams. But let's not forget they were efficient beams and I could fire them pretty much consistently. Or continually. That's the word I was looking for. But anyway, as you can see, this here is my, well, the first of my two Anacondas. This is the JRS Rauken, my explorer ship, and it's also my I'm going to come and save your ass for doing something stupid ship. Yes, it is actually carrying repair and refuel limpets. As we can see down here, I have a 62.08 light year jump range. I am hoping to improve this at some point in the future, because as it currently stands, at least last time I checked, we didn't have an engineer that did lightweight modifications for the repair limpet, so that was something that seems to have been a little overlooked. But let's go and have a look at the modifications and everything of how I've got this ship put together. First of all, no big surprise, no weapons whatsoever. Again, probably controversial here. I literally want to squeeze as many light years out of a ship as I can. I know that a lot of people think that, well, a lot of people do believe that it's not about how fast you get somewhere, it's about the journey there, and I do agree as well, that's fine. It's just, I want to have as much of a jump range as possible so I can reach those long distance stars, where with it be it with Jumponium, be it with White Dwarf star boosting. So every little bit of jump range really helps try and get out to those really remote corners of space. Into the utility mounts, no big surprise, nothing but a pair of heatsink launchers. Now normally I would modify these up for extra ammo capacity, but because we're going for lightweight, they are modified for, well, obviously lightweight, grade 5. So the best that I could get. Now obviously I have been rolling a lot on this ship because I really wanted to get this as good as I could get it. Core internals, we'll have a look. Standard lightweight alloys, no modifications. And a 2A power plant. Yeah, that's right. We've literally just wedged a Sidewinder power plant into the reactor bay, just jerry-rigged it into the ship. It is modified, but not as heavily as you would imagine. As you can see here, we've only got a Class 3 overcharged power plant. Taking a look at the thrusters, you can see that they are 5Ds, so they are 2 classes smaller than max, and they are D-rated, so the lightest that you can get. Again, I have modified these for grade 5 dirty drive tuning, and yes, I know, it massively increases the thermal load, which is a little bit counterintuitive when you're fuel scooping a lot, but because we don't spend that much time scooping from a star anyway, because we've got such a great efficient fuel scoop, it's not that much of a problem. Plus the thrusters are a lot smaller anyway, so it's a lot less heat they're generating overall. Plus we got lucky and got a small mass reduction on them. Now this is where I got somewhat extremely lucky. Obviously, we are going for an increased range frameshift drive modification. But this is, like I said, here we go, this is where we got lucky. Normally the max for the optimized mass is 50%. But somehow, the stars aligned, and I managed to get an extra 5.9% on top of that due to a really good secondary roll. Which really helps to push this ship just that little bit further. Life support 5D, obviously this is going to be modified for lightweight up to the max of grade 4 that it currently is, just shy of its maximum of 70%. Now another small stroke of inspiration I had was to fit a 5D power distributor. Now normally the smallest power distributor you can fit on a Anaconda and still be able to boost is a 5A, maybe a 5B. I think it's a 5A actually is the smallest. So this shouldn't really allow me to boost. But we did go and modify it for, as you can see here, engine focused. So that's increased the engine capacity, which is what now allows us to boost. So that is awesome. We've only got it to grade 2 because that's all we really needed. Sensors, derated and modified for lightweight. So here are the stats if you want to go and have a look. Into the optional internals, first thing we've got here is a great big dirty stonking 7B fuel scoop. Yes, I could go for a 7A fuel scoop, but the thing is it's about 3 times the price at least for about a 10% increase in efficiency. So I like the idea of keeping my rebuys lower by going for the B-rated fuel scoops. It's a small hit to efficiency, but you're saving a lot on your rebuy, because as you can see, the insurance cost for this ship is less than 6 million. The reason I've got this is because almost everything on this ship, 99.9% of all the modules and the ship, have all been bought in Lyon, Greece base, so for a 15% discount. Not only that, but I'm a beta backer, so I get beta backer insurance premiums, which is so I pay a bit less than anybody who bought the game after launch. Next is 2 autofield maintenance units, because these do allow you, if you have 2, to repair each other. So if they get damaged, you can use one to repair the other. So that is awesome. Next is the newest addition to this ship, which is the 5A repair limpet controller. Normally I'd go for something a little bit smaller, but the larger the class of these, the more the pair hull-wise on the target ship. So it's always better to have something slightly larger. And this is the best one I can have without getting rid of my 7B fuel scoop. I could go for a 6B fuel scoop, but I don't want to take that much of a hit to efficiency. Unfortunately, this is not modded at present because I don't think there is currently an engineer in the game that actually modifies these. So hopefully that will be included in the future, because I really would like to lightweight this as well and claw back a few more light years of jump range. Because before I fitted this, I was over 64 light years worth of jump range. Next, obviously, the Advanced Discovery Scanner, Detailed Surface Scanner. Now, I don't technically need these in this ship. I just like to have them there in case I need some scan data to increase my standing with a local faction or something like that. A cargo rack of 32 tons, just because we can use this to carry the limpets that we need for the repair limpet controller and the fuel transfer limpet controller. We've also got an additional fuel tank here of just 2 tons, which means I can fire off the full contingent of limpets, completely empty my standard fuel tank, and I'll still have a little bit in reserve. Just enough to potentially jump to a close enough star. Scoopable star, even. Now, as we've already covered, we do have a 3D fuel transfer limpet controller. Now, the size of these are somewhat irrelevant, which is why I had the D-rated one here. This one allows us to fire off 2 fuel limpets at the same time, so this is just nice and convenient to have. Next is the 3D shield generator. I could go up to a 4A shield generator if I wanted, or maybe even have a better shield generator, but this is really only there to protect from the minor bumps of planetary landings and landing back on the landing pads. Your mileage may vary, but I'm not too fussed about the shields. Yes, I may lose this ship, but rebuy cost, I'm really not going to be losing that much. And last but by no means least, we've got the SRV bay, with 1 SRV allowing us to drive around on the planets. I've left the military compartment open because that's just extra weight which I don't want to be carrying around. And that is pretty much it for the build of this ship. But what you may be noticing is that I've got a maximum power output of 11.73 megawatts, but my actual power usage is over 16, so how the hell am I doing this? Let's go and find out, shall we? The way I'm getting away with this is I've actually got both of the autofield maintenance units turned off and the planetary vehicle hangar as well as the cargo hatch. Everything else is powered up, but it basically means I've got to do a little bit of micromanagement in order to keep this ship going. In order to use the autofield maintenance units, I've actually got to power down the thrusters, and then that allows me to power up both of the autofield maintenance units. So if I need to repair any systems on my ship, I need to drop out of supercruise, come to a complete stop, turn off the thrusters, and power up both the autofields, which is extremely doable. Now, whilst we're landed as well, the thrusters will automatically shut down, which will then allow us to turn on our planetary vehicle hangar. So again, like I said, it's a little bit of a micromanagement. Then again, however, if I turn on the thrusters, the only thing that's actually being turned off is the planetary vehicle hangar. So if I go and dismiss my ship, the only thing that's going to be powering down while the ship flies off is literally the planetary vehicle hangar. That's why this is on priority 3 and everything else is on priority 2 or 1. Now, theoretically, I could just have the planetary vehicle hangar powered up all the time and only be able to use it when I landed. The only issue I have there is that every time you jumped into a new system, your ship would be telling you, oh, modules powering down every time, and that just got on my nerves a little bit. So I decided, a little bit of micromanagement never hurt anybody. Let's do it this way. And just to show, when we fill up with limpets, there we go, we can see that my jump range, completely full of cargo, is 58.67 light years worth of jump range. The bracketed 65.28 is when I'm low enough on fuel to be light enough to go further, but still being able to make a full jump. So that's the last jump you're ever going to make, and then you're out of fuel. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is a look at my exploration / AAA Anaconda. Now, normally at this point, I'd say, what do I think about this, blah, 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 but I do think that right now it's more apt to ask what you think about this. As always, leave your thoughts down in the comments, and I will get back to as many of you as I can. Personally, I love this ship. It helps me get around the galaxy of Elite Dangerous that little bit faster. Not only that, but if another commander in the pack is in trouble, I can go and help them out. I am by no means an official fuel rat, but I will go and help out any commander that's needed. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I do hope you guys have enjoyed it. Now, as always, I am going to be putting a link to the Coriolis build of this ship down in the video description. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Like the video if you've liked it, dislike it if you didn't. Neither of those good enough for you, that's what the comments are for. I've been Commander Chaos Wolf from Sci-Fi Gaming. You guys, as always, have been epic. I will see you soon. And until next time, my fellow commanders, keep flying and stay shiny.